Your favorite Twitch streamer wants you to believe that running the ball is random and beneath them. In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys exactly why they don't lab running offenses the way other people do. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Zan from the Madden YouTube channel, and I'm sorry for the shade to anybody out there that hates running the football.
Get off my lawn.
But in today's video, we are going to be breaking down how run schemes work. In particular, we're going to break down a couple of different run schemes that I'm pretty sure the majority of you don't know in terms of the blocking scheme. And we're going to talk about scheming up these runs to dictate where your opponent stands. And all of this is related to my newest offensive game plan on my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. I just put out one of my largest launches on an offensive game plan in recent history of this website. This game plan is nearly 40 videos long out of the New York Jets offense. Now, it's been a very long time since I put out a competitive, viable two-back offense, but that is exactly what this New York Jets offense is. This is going to be breaking down formations like the I-form close, the strong close, split close, gun tight. And the best part is that you're going to be able to fuse and interchange your personnel groupings to keep 2 running backs on the field, maybe 3 receivers on the field, some jumbo personnel, and be able to knock your opponents out of these meta defenses. And that is where today's video comes in. So if you guys really like today's video, make sure you guys go subscribe to Gridiron Game Plans. You guys unlock the entire website, including that new offensive game plan. And this is going to be taking a look at this new 3-3 loop blitz meta. We've talked about this loop blitz meta before here on the channel, but this offense is going to be able to attack this particular growing blitz meta through the air and on the ground with relative ease. So whatever fits your style, this offensive game plan will be built for you. We're going to be taking a look at a formation that is actually one of, I would say, my secondary or even tertiary formations in this game plan. This is something I will audible into, and this is known as the weak Z close. And what we're going to be talking about here is this play, specifically 94 will alert X look. And with this particular play, we're going to have to contrast this very quickly with a different play, which is in my base formation, which is the I-form close, which is the 95 mic. For those of you that don't really understand what this means, the word will or the word mic is referring to who the fullback is going to be targeting in a given formation. So say, for instance, our opponent is lined up in the new 3-3 loop blitz, which is very, very popular. And as you guys know, they like to stack these contains and they like to use this player. Well, when you take a look at this defense, when you talk about Sam, Will, and Mike, those are just terminologies that determine who the strong side for Sam, the weak side for Will, and the middle or Mike linebacker is. In this formation, the user is the Mike. So when you have a play that is referred to as 95 Mike, that is telling the fullback, hey, the middle linebacker is yours. Offensive linemen block the other players. So that's going to allow our 2 linemen on the left to block the 2 outside rushers on the left, our nose tackle versus center matchup. And then we've got 3-on-3 to the backside with the fullback being dedicated to the user. So this is a great run call against specific run defenses where there is a true middle linebacker, because you can shoot through and he will target him if he is going to shoot the gap. If he backpedals, then you're going to be fine with that situation where the fullback is just going to lead up and find someone else to block, which is what happened there. But in this example, for instance, I am going to attempt to user this linebacker and do a gap shoot, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, the offensive ball carrier is going to jog here, but I want you to watch primarily the fullback. So when we run this here, you see how he blocks our user. And this is going to be something that allows you to get to that second level very easily. So that is what will Mike, what those terminologies mean on this. Now let's head back into the weak Z close and take a look at 94 will alert X looky. Well, when it comes to this particular blitz meta, and you're talking about the 94 will alert X looky, you're going to end up with a situation where the fullback is now looking for the designated will linebacker, which is a weak side linebacker. So when you're facing a blitz concept where the user is flying through the middle, you really are looking for something that's more of a Mike concept for the middle linebacker, or a play with Mike in the name. So what you're going to see here on this is, if I am running this, you're going to end up with, you guessed it, the ability to fly in and shoot the gap because the fullback is targeting someone else. Now, as we know, the 3-3 loop meta is very, very popular because it's hard to block from a passing perspective, and also because the run blocking targets weird. In fact, in this particular play, if you take a look at the will, the fullback is actually blocking the defensive end. So the fullback thinks for some reason the defensive end is the weak side linebacker.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
And then you get all kinds of weird action going on here on this play. So this is just not a schematical fit on top of the other wonkiness that occurs with this concept, where you see that the contains confuse the offensive line and multiple players pour in. So that's why this is a defensive meta that's taking over. It's hard to block it from a passing perspective. And when you run the ball, the offensive line targets poorly. So you have to start thinking outside the box when it comes to your run scheme. And this is why every single year when I hear people say, oh, running's for people who pray, I sit there and I think the exact opposite. Nah, man, running is for people that actually over prepare for defenses and overlap things and find things like what I'm showing you right here. So if you guys know that the offensive line is going to break down, you've got a couple of different options. You either have to get the fullback on the player that is coming through due to the breakdown, or you probably need to give the football to the fullback altogether. So let's take a look at that same blitz meta, that 3-3 loop blitz against a fullback dive. Now this year, most people don't run fullback dives, but this is actually a really, really good fullback dive for this particular meta, because you are going to end up in a spot where, again, if they think you're running the ball, you know, to the right or even up the middle to the left, they're going to try to shoot this way, but it's going to be really, really tough. So when it comes to this, I'm just going to click off of him here. We run this fullback dive, you're going to be able to get to this second level, and you see that that safety doesn't fill the gap the same way. This is a guaranteed 4 or 5 yards if your opponent is in this defense, because you just do not have the pursuit and the weird blocking exchange on the left where people get confused. They just let the outside guy run free because it's a quick inside handoff. We don't care if he comes in free off the edge. He's not going to be able to react to the fullback getting the football. So this tells our interior three, hey, just get up and block. Just get up and block those two guys in the middle, which is basically the issue with the game to begin with. So many run schemes in this game, you just have 3 guys to block 2 and they don't even do that. Well, here we do. So this is something that is actually beneficial for you. Furthermore, with formations like this, you can look into the coverage stuff. And you see right here, you've got terrible misalignment with your nickel corner if they call their defense on auto flip. So from a passing lens, maybe just get the ball out as quick as possible to this fullback that is also the biggest player in your run scheme as of right now as well. So this creates lots of issues. You're going to have some misalignments. People are going to flip their defense and try to reset this up. Now you're in a situation where, yeah, maybe they do have a better look here for this particular fullback dive to the left. They got more bodies on the left. So now, due to the fullback dive and the quick pass to the left, maybe they align their nickel corner over to the left, which allows us now to go back to our initial play that didn't work, which is the 94 will Z looky, where we can pound this to the right side of the field. Or now we're in a position where we can possibly still go ahead and create some different passing leverages, because now we've got the nickel corner on the fullback from the correct side, but now that safety on the left is responsible for the running back. Well, what's going to end up occurring here? If we see that they are in a correct alignment, maybe we say, all right, running back, get out to the flat as quick as possible. We'll send you out on a wheel route. Go ahead and get the ball out as fast as possible, and we're moving to the other side. So now with this goofy little double loop, you've created such a problem in a formation that at the end of the day is not even the base offense in my New York Jets game plan. This is something that you can audible into and give your opponent absolute hell if they come out in this double loop meta. And that's not all, guys. To be honest with you, this is a game plan that I put a ton of work into. I'm going to be in some shotgun, going to be in some split close, some gun tight with different personnel groupings, as I mentioned at the start of the video. This is a game plan that, you know, if I'm in shotgun, it is something that I do believe in, because I am historically almost exclusively an under center player. So I hope that you guys go check it out on Gridiron Game Plans. We got some glitchy motions that can change loop angles into regular blitz angles to completely shut down this loop blitz meta. If that's something that interests you, check out the game plan. It's all in there. Got man beaters, zone beaters, all kinds of crazy concepts that are going to help you move the ball and keep this game fresh and fun. And you guys are going to give a lot of pro players that are running this nonsense a lot of hell. So I can't wait to see what you guys think about it. Go check it out. It's on the website. We'll see you guys right back here tomorrow with our next YouTube upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.